The sky was clear that evening. People in cities and towns all over the world were going about their daily lives, unaware that everything was about to change. Suddenly, in the quiet of the night, strange shapes appeared in the sky. Bright lights moved fast and slow, forming strange patterns that no one had ever seen before. At first, many thought it was a natural event, a meteor shower, or maybe a new kind of lightning. But it was something else. It was a fleet of ships, huge ships, ships from another world. The news spread quickly. Scientists scrambled to understand what was happening. Governments gathered emergency meetings. People looked up at the sky with fear and wonder. What did these visitors want? Were they friends or enemies? In Washington, D.C., the president was in the White House Situation Room, surrounded by advisors and military leaders. They watched the live feed from satellites. The ships were not attacking. They were just there, floating silently in the sky, like watchers. Then a message came. It was not loud or angry. It was calm, but serious. The message was in many languages at once, perfectly clear to everyone on Earth. The voice was strange but human-like. We come in peace. We ask for mercy. The words shocked everyone. Mercy? From who? The aliens? Why? The ships slowly moved, closer to Earth, landing in open fields far from cities. Their shapes were strange and not like anything humans had built. They looked fragile, almost delicate. The aliens that came out looked weak and tired. They had pale skin and big eyes. Their clothes were thin and torn. They did not carry weapons. The world watched carefully. The aliens spoke through translators. They told a story that was hard to believe. They came from a distant galaxy. Their home was destroyed by war and famine. Their enemies hunted them down. They lost almost everything. They had nowhere to go but Earth. We ask for mercy, the alien leader said. We seek only shelter. We mean no harm. The leaders of Earth were divided. Some wanted to help. Others wanted to prepare for war. The humans did not know if the aliens were telling the truth. Could they be tricking them? In small towns and big cities, people reacted in different ways. Some felt sympathy. A teacher in New York said, they look like refugees. We should help. But a soldier in Texas said, they could be hiding weapons. We need to be ready. Scientists studied the aliens. They tested their technology, their biology, their behavior. Everything seemed peaceful but strange. One scientist, Dr. Maria Lopez, noticed something. The aliens did not eat much. They slept very little. Their technology seemed old but advanced at the same time. It was unlike anything humans had seen. She warned the government, we must be careful. Their weakness may be a trick. But the world was tired of war and conflict. Many wanted to believe the aliens were peaceful. A global broadcast showed millions of people watching as the aliens spoke about their suffering. We are victims, the alien leader said. Please do not judge us by the stars we come from, but by the hearts we bring. The days passed. The aliens stayed quiet. They did not ask for land or resources. They only wanted shelter. But strange things started to happen. Power grids in. Some cities went down for a few minutes. Communications went silent. People reported seeing strange lights and shadows near the alien ships at night. The media called it the arrival mystery. Dr. Lopez asked for more tests. She worked with her team day and night. One night she found a hidden signal inside the alien's ship. The signal was like a song, but it carried secret information. She showed it to her colleagues. This is not just a message. It could be a warning or a control signal. But before they could learn more, the signal disappeared. At the same time, governments agreed to let some aliens live in special areas called sanctuaries. Humans and aliens began to live side by side, but with caution. Some humans volunteered to help the aliens recover and learn their stories. Others stayed away, afraid. The world was watching, waiting. One evening, a young boy named Jake stood near the edge of a sanctuary. He looked up at the sky and whispered, "Are they really here for help? Or is something else coming?" His question was shared by millions around the world. The arrival was only the beginning. After the arrival of the aliens, the world waited anxiously. The aliens stayed mostly quiet, living in the special areas called sanctuaries. People watched them carefully, trying to understand who they really were and what they wanted. One day, the aliens surprised everyone. They invited the leaders of Earth to a meeting unlike any other in history. The meeting took place in a giant hall near one of the biggest sanctuaries. The aliens arrived in their strange ships, their bodies still looking fragile, but their eyes full of hope. The world's leaders, scientists, and military commanders gathered. Cameras and reporters were there too, broadcasting the event live. The alien leader, who had spoken before, stepped forward. This time, his voice was firm, but calm. "We have come to offer a gift," he said. "A gift from our knowledge and technology. It can help your world in many ways. Clean energy, faster travel, healing medicines." The room was silent. The offer was incredible. Humanity had dreamed of such technology for decades. The alien leader continued. "We only ask for one thing, a safe place to live here on Earth. We ask for your trust." Governments talked quickly among themselves. This offer could change everything. Clean energy would end pollution. New medicines could save millions of lives. Faster travel could connect the world in ways never seen. But some leaders were not sure. They wanted to know more. Dr. Maria Lopez, the scientist who had warned before, listened carefully. She noticed something strange about the technology the aliens showed. It was very advanced, but it worked in unusual ways. She asked the alien, "Leader, can we test this technology before we accept it?" The alien leader smiled. "Of course, we want you to understand it fully." So a team of scientists was allowed to study the alien machines. They were amazed by what they saw. The machines could create energy from thin air. They could heal wounds in minutes. They could build materials stronger than anything on Earth. But the machines were also complex and mysterious. No one could fully understand how they worked. Dr. Lopez spent long hours in the lab. She noticed small, strange signals coming from the machines, signals that changed when humans were near. One night, she told her team, "This technology may be more than it seems. It could be a tool or a trap." Her team was nervous but agreed to keep looking. Meanwhile, public opinion was divided. News stations showed interviews with experts and citizens. A farmer in Kansas said, "If this is real, it's a blessing for all of us." A soldier in California said, "I worry. What if this technology controls us? What if it's a trick?" The alien leader held a press conference to calm fears. "We are not your enemies," he said. "We want only peace and friendship. We know trust must be earned. Please give us a chance." Slowly, some governments began to accept the offer. They started to use alien technology in small areas, cleaning water, healing the sick, building new machines. At first, everything seemed good, but Dr. Lopez kept searching for answers. One day, she discovered something alarming. The alien technology was sending signals that could connect to human brains. She found signs that the technology might influence thoughts and actions. She warned the government quietly, "We must be careful. This could be a way to control people without their knowledge." The government officials were shocked but unsure what to do. The aliens had not shown any open hostility. The alien leader said, "You are free to choose. We offer peace, but the choice is yours." Dr. Lopez asked, "What happens if we refuse your offer?" The alien leader's eyes darkened for a moment. "Then you will face the consequences of your decision." The warning sent a chill through the room. Outside, protests began. Some people supported the aliens, hoping for a better future. Others feared losing freedom. Jake, the boy who had watched the first arrival, listened to the news and felt uneasy. He wondered, are the aliens really giving us gifts, or are they hiding something dangerous? The world was at a crossroads. The aliens had made an offer no one could ignore, but the truth behind the offer was still hidden. After the aliens' offer of advanced technology, life on Earth started to change. In some cities, new machines brought clean energy, and healing devices cured illnesses faster than ever. The world seemed hopeful, but not everyone trusted the aliens or their gifts. Dr. Maria Lopez was one of the few who kept a close eye on the alien technology. Every day, she and her team studied the strange devices the aliens had given. They worked hard to understand how they functioned. But the machines were very complex, more complex than any human technology. One night, in her lab, Dr. Lopez was reviewing data from the devices. Suddenly, her screen flickered. Hidden inside the machine's signals, she saw something unexpected, a secret code, a pattern that repeated like a heartbeat. Her heart raced. She ran to her colleague, Dr. Patel, and showed him the data. "This is strange," he said. "It looks like a control signal. It might affect electronic devices nearby, or worse, people." They decided to investigate quietly. They tested the alien machines near volunteers, watching their brainwaves and behavior. At first, volunteers seemed fine, but after a few hours, some became confused. Their eyes glazed over for moments, and they lost focus. It was subtle, but it was there. Dr. Lopez grew more concerned. "This could be a way to influence human minds," she told her team. "The aliens' technology may not be just a gift. It might be a tool to control us." She tried to warn government officials, but they were hesitant. Many leaders wanted to believe in peace and progress. They saw no harm in the new technology, and public opinion was mostly positive. Meanwhile, strange things began to happen in cities with many aliens and their technology. Power outages lasted longer. Communication networks went silent for minutes. People reported seeing strange lights near the alien sanctuaries. In one city, a woman named Sarah disappeared near an alien ship. No one knew where she had gone. Police found strange marks on the ground, but no clues. Rumors spread fast. People whispered about kidnappings and secret experiments. Dr. Lopez knew she had to act. She formed a small team of trusted scientists and engineers. They started working in secret, trying to uncover the truth. One night, while studying a new alien device, they discovered something shocking. The device was sending signals directly to the human brain. It could read thoughts and send commands. "This is worse than we thought," said Dr. Lopez. "They are not here for mercy. They want control." Her team faced a hard choice. Should they tell the public, or would it cause panic? Before they could decide, their lab was raided by unknown agents. Files were deleted. Equipment was damaged. It was clear someone wanted to keep the secret hidden. Dr. Lopez was scared, but determined. She managed to save some data and shared it with a few trusted allies in the military and media. Meanwhile, the aliens held peaceful meetings with world leaders, promising more gifts and cooperation. They denied any wrongdoing, saying, "Our technology is safe. We seek only friendship." But the seeds of doubt had been planted. People began to question everything. Jake, the boy from a small town, watched the news carefully. He saw stories about missing people, strange lights, and secret labs. He felt the fear his parents tried to hide. One evening, Jake's father told him, "Son, not everyone is who they say they are. Sometimes the kindest face hides the darkest secret." Jake wondered if the aliens were the ones hiding a dark secret. The world stood at a tipping point. The aliens' offer had brought hope but also danger. And the true story was still hidden, waiting to be revealed. The world believed the aliens had come for peace, but behind the calm, a darker truth was beginning to surface. Dr. Maria Lopez had warned the leaders. She showed them proof: the secret signals in alien technology, the strange effects on human minds, the strange disappearances. But her warnings were ignored or silenced. At first, people called her a troublemaker. Governments said there was no danger. The aliens were too helpful to be a threat. But then the truth came out. One night, in a city near a large sanctuary, chaos broke loose. A group of humans working with alien machines suddenly stopped obeying commands. Their eyes went blank. They moved like robots, controlled by something unseen. It was the first sign of alien control. Emergency teams tried to help. The controlled humans couldn't hear or speak normally. Their bodies moved, but their minds seemed lost. The media called it the silence. Fear spread quickly. People wondered how many others were affected. Dr. Lopez and her team rushed to investigate. They confirmed their worst fears. The aliens were using their technology to control human brains. But why? The answer was shocking. The aliens wanted not just shelter or peace. They wanted control. Control over human minds, thoughts, and actions. They planned to take over the planet, but quietly, without war. Dr. Lopez tried to warn everyone again. She sent her findings to world leaders and news outlets, but powerful forces tried to stop her. Some governments made secret deals with the aliens. They believed the technology's power was worth the risk. Dr. Lopez found herself hunted, her lab raided again, her research erased. But she did not give up. She found allies among soldiers, scientists, and ordinary people who refused to be controlled. Together, they formed the first resistance. The resistance worked in secret, trying to free those under alien control. They searched for ways to block the signals and wake people from the aliens' grip. Meanwhile, the aliens increased their efforts. More humans began to act strangely. Some disappeared without a trace. The world was changing fast. Jake, now a teenager, watched his town transform. Friends and neighbors behaved like strangers. His parents whispered about rebellion and hope. One night, Jake's father gave him a small device. "This will protect you," he said. "It blocks their signals. Use it wisely." Jake knew the fight had begun. In secret meetings, the resistance planned their next move. "We must stop the aliens before they control everyone," Dr. Lopez said. "But we can't do it alone. We need help from the world." The resistance sent messages to governments and citizens, warning them of the betrayal. But many were still afraid or confused. The aliens had promised gifts and peace. The truth was hard to believe. The stage was set for a battle unlike any Earth had seen, a battle for freedom, for minds, for the soul of humanity. The world had changed. The peaceful arrival of aliens was now a distant memory. In its place was fear, confusion, and a hidden war, a war for control of the human mind. Dr. Maria Lopez and a small group of brave people had formed the resistance. They were ordinary humans, scientists, soldiers, and everyday citizens who refused to be controlled. The resistance worked in the shadows. Their mission was simple but dangerous: stop the aliens before it was too late. In secret rooms and underground bases, they studied alien technology. They tried to find ways to block the control signals the aliens sent through their machines. Jake, now older and stronger, joined the resistance. He carried the small device his father had given him, a signal blocker that helped protect his mind. "Every day more people fall under their control," Jake said to Dr. Lopez one evening. "We have to act fast." Dr. Lopez nodded. "We're developing a plan to fight back, but we need help." The resistance sent messages to military units, scientists, and leaders who still believed in freedom. Slowly, they gained support. But the aliens were not waiting. In many cities, the controlled humans began to enforce alien rules. They stopped helping their friends and families. They followed alien commands without question. Some resistance members were captured. They faced the terrifying choice: surrender or lose themselves to the alien control. Jake and his team rescued some prisoners from alien-controlled zones. Each rescue was risky. They never knew if the people they saved were truly free. One rescue mission took place in a dark city street. Jake and his friends moved quietly, using their blockers to avoid detection. Suddenly, an alien-controlled patrol spotted them. A chase began. Jake ran, heart pounding, but his blocker helped him stay focused. His team reached safety. "We can't stop now," Jake said. "The aliens want to control us all, but they won't win." The resistance found new weapons, not just machines, but knowledge. Dr. Lopez discovered a way to reverse the control signals. It was a small chance, but a hope. "We can wake people up," she said. "We can free their minds." The resistance prepared to fight a hidden war. They sent devices that could disrupt alien control into cities, into homes. Slowly, controlled humans began to regain their senses. They remembered their families, their lives. But the aliens fought back harder. The battle was not just physical. It was a war for thoughts, emotions, and willpower. Jake looked up at the stars one night and whispered, "This fight is bigger than us, but we are human, and we will never give up." The world watched, waiting for a sign. A sign that humans could win against the invaders who came asking for mercy, but gave control instead. The fight between humans and aliens grew stronger every day. The resistance had made progress. More people were waking up from alien control. But the aliens did not give up. One day, during a secret meeting deep in an underground base, Dr. Maria Lopez shared a shocking discovery. "We have been fighting the wrong battle," she said. The room fell silent. Everyone looked at her, confused. "We thought the aliens wanted to control us for power," she continued. "But that is only part of the story. The truth is deeper." Dr. Lopez showed data from a new alien message they had intercepted. It was not a threat. It was a request. The aliens did not just want to live on Earth or control humans. They wanted something unique to humans, something no other species in the galaxy had. "They want our creativity," Dr. Lopez explained. "Our imagination, our spirit, our ability to dream and invent." The aliens' own world was dying because their creativity was gone. They lost their art, their stories, their hope. Without it, their species was fading. "We can give them technology and shelter," said Dr. Lopez, "but what they really need is what makes us human." The room was filled with mixed feelings. Some were shocked, others felt sympathy. Jake looked at Dr. Lopez. "So they asked for mercy because they were desperate?" "Yes," she said. "But now we must decide. Do we give them what they want or fight to keep it for ourselves?" The aliens had sent a message to the world. "We ask only for your gift." The world was divided. Some wanted to share their creativity, hoping it would bring peace. Others feared losing what made them human. The resistance faced its greatest challenge. If they gave the aliens their spirit and creativity, would humans lose their identity? If they refused, would the aliens attack? The aliens promised no war if their request was accepted. They said they would leave peacefully, but many wondered if this was true. Jake thought about everything he had seen: the control, the disappearances, the secret battles. He wondered, is it really mercy, or another form of control? The world debated. News channels showed discussions, leaders met, and families talked. Some artists, musicians, and writers said, "We want to help. Our creativity can save another species." Others said, "Our creativity is part of us. We cannot give it away." Dr. Lopez said, "This is not just about survival. It is about who we are as humans." The choice was not easy. As the world waited, the aliens remained calm. Their ships floated silently above the Earth, watching. Jake whispered to himself, "This is the moment. What will we choose?" The future of humanity and the galaxy hung in the balance. The world held its breath. The alien ships hung in the sky like silent giants waiting for the answer. Would humans give the aliens their most precious gift? Their creativity? Or would they refuse and risk everything? Leaders gathered in the United Nations. People everywhere watched live broadcasts waiting for a decision. Dr. Maria Lopez stood before the assembly. Her voice was calm but strong. "We face a choice like no other. The aliens want our creativity, our spirit. They say it is their last hope. But if we give it to them, what will be left of us?" A young artist in the crowd raised her voice. "Our creativity is part of our soul. It cannot be shared without losing ourselves." An older man spoke next. "But if we refuse, they may attack. We risk our lives and future." The debate was fierce. Emotions ran high. Fear, hope, anger, and compassion filled the room. Jake listened to the arguments. He remembered the people controlled by the aliens, the fights, the losses. But he also thought about the aliens' pain and their desperate plea for mercy. Finally, the world decided to try a new way. We will share our creativity, but on our terms, the president said. We will find a way to give without losing who we are. Scientists, artists, and alien leaders worked together. They created a special technology to transfer creativity safely, a way to share ideas and dreams without losing control. Slowly, the aliens received the gift of creativity. Their ships glowed with new light. Their eyes sparkled with wonder. In return, the aliens shared their knowledge, cures for diseases, clean energy, and tools to protect Earth. The world began to heal. The resistance became a bridge between humans and aliens, helping both sides learn and grow. Jake walked through a city filled with new art, music, and hope. He smiled, knowing that humanity had faced its greatest challenge and had chosen to believe in itself and others. The aliens no longer asked for mercy. They found friendship and a new beginning. The stars looked different now, not as threats, but as possibilities. Humanity had delivered something else entirely: hope, courage, and the power to create a better future.